Imagine living by a code so powerful that it guided warriors through life and death, honor and sacrifice, loyalty and discipline. A code that shaped not just battles, but the very soul of a nation. This was not a religion, not a law written by kings. It was something greater, an unwritten code of honor known as Bushido, the way of the warrior. For centuries, the samurai of Japan lived and died by this code. But here's the question. In our fast-paced, modern world of business meetings, deadlines, and personal struggles, can an ancient warrior's philosophy still guide us to success? The answer is yes. Because Bushido isn't just about swords and battles. It's about discipline, integrity, and purpose values that can transform the way we live today. Welcome to Echoes of the Samurai, where we explore timeless wisdom from the past and reveal how it can sharpen our future. In today's journey, we'll uncover the 7 principles of the Bushido Code and how you can use them to unlock focus, strength, and success in your own life. Before we dive in, let's step back in time. The samurai were not just fighters. They were poets, strategists, philosophers, and guardians of honor. At the heart of their strength was Bushido, literally translated as the way of the warrior. Bushido was never a single book or law. Instead, it was a set of virtues passed down from master to student, family to family, generation to generation. It emphasized courage without recklessness, loyalty without blindness, and honor above all. Today, as we navigate our own battles, whether in careers, relationships, or personal growth, the Bushido Code offers a blueprint for living with purpose. Each of its principles can be reimagined for modern success, teaching us how to lead, endure, and thrive. Integrity was the backbone of the samurai. Without it, they believed a warrior was nothing but a weapon with no soul. For the samurai, GI meant always choosing what is right, even when it was difficult or dangerous. A samurai would rather lose his life than lose his integrity. One story tells of a samurai who was ordered to kill an unarmed man. Instead, he refused because it violated his sense of justice. That decision cost him his position, but it preserved his honor. Today, integrity works the same way. In a world full of shortcuts, lies, and quick profits, integrity builds unshakable trust. Imagine a leader who always keeps their word, an entrepreneur who values customers over greed, or a student who refuses to cheat on exams. These people stand out not because it's easy, but because it's rare. Integrity is the compass that ensures success is meaningful, not hollow. It turns reputation into legacy. Courage, or you, did not mean fearlessness to the samurai. It meant moving forward despite fear. True courage is not recklessness, it is calculated bravery guided by wisdom. A samurai entering battle knew death was possible at any moment, yet courage was not just for the battlefield. It was in daily choices, speaking the truth, defending the weak, or standing firm against corruption. In modern times, courage is the fuel of progress. Starting a business requires courage. Leaving a toxic relationship requires courage. Sharing your art, voice, or vision with the world requires courage. Fear will always be there. But Bushido teaches us that success belongs to those who act, even when fear whispers stop. Courage is action, not absence of fear. Compassion may surprise you as part of the samurai code. After all, weren't they warriors? But to the samurai, strength without compassion was brutality. Jin meant using power to protect, not to dominate. It was kindness expressed through action. Samurai were trained not only in war, but also in culture, poetry, and leadership, because compassion balanced their sword with humanity. Today, compassion is equally powerful. In business, it means valuing employees as people, not just resources. In leadership, it means listening more than commanding. In personal life, it's helping someone when you gain nothing in return. Compassion isn't weakness, it is strength under control. It builds loyalty, unity, and respect. In a divided world, compassion is the bridge. Respect, or rei, was the silent armor of the samurai. Every bow, every word, every gesture carried meaning. Respect was shown to allies, opponents, teachers, and even nature. Samurai understood that true strength requires humility. By respecting others, they also respected themselves. In our modern lives, respect is often forgotten. Online insults, workplace arrogance, or social divisions erode unity. Yet, respect remains one of the most powerful forces for success. Respect builds networks, strengthens teams, and creates peace. Whether it's respecting time, respecting culture, or respecting differences, it transforms conflict into collaboration. The samurai bowed before duels not as weakness, but as recognition of shared humanity. Imagine if we bowed not literally, but with respect before every interaction in our lives. To the samurai, words were sacred, promises were binding, lies destroyed honor. Makoto was about honesty, but also sincerity. To say something meant to mean it. A promise unkept was worse than defeat. One samurai saying was, "A warrior's word is stronger than steel." In modern life, sincerity is rare but priceless. Leaders who communicate with sincerity inspire loyalty. Partners who speak honestly create trust. Even in marketing or business, authenticity builds lasting brands. Makoto teaches us, never say what you don't mean, and never promise what you can't keep. Words shape worlds. Honor was the lifeblood of the samurai. Without honor, life itself lost meaning. A samurai's reputation was everything. They would rather die with honor than live with shame. That's why rituals like seppuku ritual suicide existed as extreme acts of restoring honor. While such extremes don't apply today, the core idea remains. Honor is living in alignment with your values. In modern terms, honor means holding yourself accountable when no one is watching. It means living so that your actions reflect your beliefs. A career built without honor collapses. Success without honor is empty. But when you live with honor, you become unshakable, respected not just for what you achieve, but for how you achieve it. Loyalty, or chigi, was the glue of samurai society. Loyalty to one's lord, one's family, and one's comrades. A samurai's word of loyalty was a lifelong bond. Loyalty created trust strong enough to endure war, betrayal, and loss. Today, loyalty is still vital. Loyalty to your values. Loyalty to your family and friends. Loyalty to your vision. In the workplace, loyalty builds strong teams. In relationships, loyalty deepens trust. To yourself, loyalty keeps you committed to growth when motivation fades. But Bushido also teaches balanced loyalty must never be blind. True loyalty is paired with wisdom, ensuring it strengthens, not imprisons. So, what does all this mean for us? Bushido may have been forged in the fires of feudal Japan, but its wisdom is timeless. The samurai lived by 7 principles: integrity, courage, compassion, respect, honesty, honor, and loyalty. Together, they created warriors who were feared on the battlefield, but admired off it. Today, our battlefields are boardrooms, classrooms, and personal challenges. Our weapons are skills, creativity, and resilience. But the code remains the same. By living with integrity, we build trust. By practicing courage, we chase dreams. By showing compassion, we create unity. By giving respect, we gain allies. By being honest, we inspire. By living with honor, we find meaning. By being loyal, we create unbreakable bonds. This is the Bushido Code, ancient principles for modern success. As you leave this video, ask yourself, which principle do I need most today? Which samurai virtue will sharpen my path forward? Because the true power of Bushido is not in knowing it, but in living it.